Hello everyone. I'm out here this morning. Just woke up, as you guys can probably tell. so it's a little chilly out here, just a little bit. We had a big rain last night. Everything looks a little bit cold, a little bit sad from that. But it's a beautiful, crisp morning. Really nice out here, really nice weather, just kind of wet. So pretty soon I'll be clearing all of this up. You guys see behind me, tomatoes behind me there. Just everything will be just cleared up. That's behind me, guys, all the way back there. All of that will be eventually cleared up, and I'm gonna turn around here to show you this other side. All of that, the castor beans right there, which are right there, and then see, all of that will be cleared up, all of that, and back there as well, all of that will be just gone. And then whenever that's gone, my work here is to clear it all up, and then to do what nature is doing, to copy nature. So nature clears it all up, and after the storm, you guys can see all of these leaves here. You guys see all of these leaves everywhere. They're from this guy, this peach tree up here. So I'll get some. There's these nice catawba leaves that are from that catawba tree up there. You guys see that? So this is self-mulch. I'm not worried about coming out here and raking it. It's just covering up the soil, because I'm not sure that I'll be able to get mulch anymore. So I'm just gonna wait and see, and just let that cover it. You know, the leaves self-cover, and then if I do get mulch, I'll cover on top of that. But yeah, I want to show you guys this mushroom. Look at it. It just falls apart, and it's just like a sponge. You guys see that? There's like so much water in it. Yep. So with the leaves here, back to the leaves, with the leaves and the mulch and the covering, what it's gonna do, it's gonna keep the ground an extra degree or two warmer, maybe. It sure provides that extra heat for the plants in the winter time, and protection. It feeds the plants, it waters the plants, and you know, here's a little bit of the rain we got. So the mulch, the covering, here I have a couple of bags of leaves that I need to empty. I was out here pulling some nutgrass yesterday. I do get nutgrass. I have gotten nutgrass in my garden. I really don't know where it came from. I really don't know, but could have flown in here. I don't know, but I'm trying to get on top of it, pull it up. The key is to try to pull it up all together. If you can. Right now it just broke, but you can probably get a fork out here, and it'd be easier. You get a fork out here and you pull it up, and you want to get all the runners, because it has a runner, and to the runner it has a little nut. That's why it's called nutgrass. Well, if that little runner breaks from the nut and the nut still stays in there, it will pop up again. The grass will come up again, and you'll have a lot of nutgrass. Usually once you get nutgrass, it's really hard to take out, just like it is with Bermuda grass. So those are two things here in Arkansas that we do not like. Sweet potatoes are doing good. They're getting ready to harvest. We have a lot of green tomatoes that are, green, but we don't know if they'll get to be red, because the season's closing in on us. But yes, guys, the key here is the covering. Once again, I can't stress this enough, that I'm just going to be letting the leaves just cover the soil like nature wants to do it, and I'll be adding more leaves because I'm not sure that I'll get mulch. And yeah, so with that being said, that's what I recommend for you guys to do right now. That's the secret. That's the secret to soil fertility in the fall, is to get those leaves right now. Acquire as many as you can. You don't have to empty them over your garden bed. You know, one good thing that you could do is just get a bunch of your leaves, right? Your leaves. Most of your neighbors bag them up for you in a bag, so just get those bags. Usually the bags don't contain plastic, but sometimes they do, so you gotta be careful. But usually just kind of watch out. You know which neighbors keep it clean and which neighbors don't. So here we have some bags right here, and you could just put them over your garden bed like that. You know, just stack them up like that. Put them all down like that, right? And let's say that was your garden bed, maybe a like 2 by 3 or 4, the spot of those 3 bags, and just leave it there over the winter, and the soil's going to soften. It's going to suppress any weeds, and the bags will just decompose inside there. Or you could just empty them out and just leave them on there on the actual ground, however you want to do it. But the key is just to have something on top of that soil to protect it from washing away, and always build a border around it if you can, some type of border. Right here we're building up, so slowly just building up over time, adding inches of soil, and yeah, that's the thing to do right now, guys, is to, you know, love on them leaves. That's what nature does right now. Okay, see that? It's a heart. Okay, so the leaves, guys, that's the lesson here. That you want the leaves on the ground, and you don't want to be out there blowing them and raking them and having to do that this fall. You just want to enjoy some pumpkin spice inside with some sweet potato pie or some pumpkin pie, whatever you like, or whatever kind of pie you like. Or but yeah, that's my whole spill on that. And yeah, this is a volunteer lemon or lime. You'll get things like that, guys. Just, I'm getting ready to harvest this right here, the burdock, and I have not yet done a harvest video, but I want to show you something cool. It's about the end of October. We have about a week and a half left. And we have a strawberry. Strawberry at this time of the year. Unheard of. For me anyways, but they're a different variety. So yeah. Just wanted to thank you guys for watching. Welcome aboard. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification button if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned to our latest up here, and what we're doing here in the homestead, in the permaculture, and how low maintenance and laid back it is. Garden is for anyone and everyone, whether you are 70 or whether you are 7. So we try to make it easy here, as easy as possible. And yeah, I talk about a lot of things that are going on. There's a lot of things that are going on politically speaking, but I like to keep that just kind of to myself, because too much controversy out there, you know. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, hit the notification button, share with your friends and family, and y'all have a good one. Grow on. Till next time. Hello guys, I'm here, and I just wanted to show you guys the transformation that occurred. Unbelievable, beautiful transformation that happens every year in the winter. And this is where the castor bean was, and then tomatoes along this way. You can probably still see some of them. The blackberries are the only thing that are green, See the tomatoes there? I will just be leaving this here to just rot. It's important not to pull the root out of the ground because, you know, the worms and the microorganisms eat that stuff, and they need that stuff down there to keep themselves warm and fed throughout the winter. So it's always about the little things that make the big things. And yeah, so just wanted to show you guys that everything is pretty much dead or dormant. It's winter. It's a time to just, you know, restart pretty much from scratch. Start over, restart, redesign, replan, review, to reflect, and to relax. You know, reflect and plan for the future. This is what's going to happen to the garden, and we're going to plan and review what happened and reflect on it and how we can plan for the future and make it better. So we're just going to trim, you know, in about February. We're going to come in here and prune. We're going to leave this stuff just here. This is just left here. If there's any seeds, the birds that are migrating will get some of those seeds, and sunflowers, you know, they're in there. And yeah, so it's just about doing the little things. Permaculture. It's very important to do it permaculture style because I feel like that may be the only hope for our planet. And if there is any climate change, okay, let's say that there was a climate change crisis, what are we really doing about it? What are we doing about that, you know, to help out? And yeah, that's where permaculture can help. And apply those principles is pretty easy. We all benefit. The planet benefits. We as people benefit. And then, you know, there's fair share for everyone. Nobody should be starving if we all did this, or if the majority of us did this. Right now, I think it's less than 2% of the population make up like the food for the rest of us. So it's a lot of people working hard to feed us, so they're gonna have to use those industrial and pesticides and all those kind of techniques to get our food. And like I said earlier, they're trying to trap us. Well, I didn't say this earlier. My video didn't work earlier, so I'm making a new one. So my phone didn't save it for some reason. I don't know what happened. But yeah, so you know, they don't want you to grow your own food. There's an agenda to not allow you to grow your own food. There's cardinals here, red cardinals that are eating the sunflower seeds, so that's awesome to see. So there's an agenda for you not to grow your own food, because if you do, you become self-sufficient, you know, sustainable. You're being a producer and not a consumer. You no longer need to go to the store. You know, the whole thing doesn't move it the way that it used to. And you know, you benefit from it, and they don't. So by doing that, they don't want you to do that. So an example that we shouldn't be growing the food the way that we are right now, which is mass production and monoculture instead of permaculture, is because, well, B12, vitamin B12 supposedly comes from meat. But now they're having to even inject the meat. The chickens and the cattle, they're having to inject them to get vitamin B12. So it's no longer, you know, the animals got it from the soil, plants, to the meat, and to us. But before all of this, before pesticides and the chemicals that we put in the soil, it used to be a bacteria or something, some mineral in the soil, and now it's no longer there. And I believe that that's what's going to happen to potassium, you know, vitamin K that they're having to shot, you know, iron, calcium, all of these minerals that are elements of the planet we live in. If we're not putting those things back in there, just burning them or throwing them in a landfill, and not, you know, we're just throwing away all those you know, all the organic stuff that we buy at the store and we just throw it away in the trash instead of out in the soil. There's no worms to come there. There's no organism. There's no life. There's nothing. And there's no vitamins. There's no minerals, you know. And that's pretty much what permaculture covers. It's just putting back, giving back to the earth a little bit, and it will give you back so much in abundance. So I just wanted to let you guys know that there's an agenda for you not to grow your food in Michigan. You can't garden there, supposedly. Maybe in some areas restrictions or whatever. Not cool. It's not cool. I don't like it. But I'm just out here to show you the transformation and the things that can happen, and that this happens to our lives. We go through stages like winter, but it's just a time to reflect, relax, and plan, review for the future. So it's just a time to kind of break and sit back and look at it and, you know, change it up a bit. So it's never the same, and it's awesome. It's a little chilly out here, but it's sunny and it's beautiful. You guys keep on growing, and thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. It helps with YouTube, and hit the bell icon. It will keep you updated with our latest videos. Thank you for watching. Y'all grow on.